Now coming back. Okay. In the previous classes, I told you again. I started with the beginning only. As you know, I started with model 1 introduction only. I started. Okay. Maybe I don't know. I told what is hydrology and what is the significance of the hydrology and what are the practical application of the hydrology. And I also told you hydrological cycle. They are all important. They are going to be asked in the examination. Whatever I am talking about, not only for the integral, for the
External also.
external. Again, come on, please. This time your second integral will be not online. It will be offline only. Okay, leave it now. Coming back to the what hydrological cycle I told. Again, this particular from the hydrological cycle, we have learned one word. Of course, there are so many words. Of course, there are so many components. Hydrological cycle consisting of so many components. What are the components of the hydrological cycle? If you ask me, maybe evaporation, maybe transpiration. There is one word which I am going to tell you. That also I am going to tell you. Transpiration. I am going to tell you what is that transpiration. Evaporation. Don't worry, I will define it. Evaporation. Then second is known as transpiration. Transpiration I will not tell now. Okay. Why the transpiration? Transpiration I will define it first. So that is not the components of the this one hydrological cycle. Maybe evaporation. Then after that again there will be the cloud formation. Okay, cloud formation. The process is there. Again from the cloud formation, that is condensation of the cloud. Okay. Then after that, bursting of the cloud. Bursting of the cloud means rain only. Continue again in this fashion. Okay. Then again next, what is next step? Next is again rainfall. Rain/precipitation. Okay na? The general people again, common man calls it as a rainfall. Then hydrologist calls it as a precipitation. I told you, both are the synonymous word. Now again after the rain, again before it falling, I am going to show you this one here. Before it falls on the ground surface, then again 1 to 2% of course evaporation. Evaporation. So again, what is this? This evaporation is different from that evaporation. This evaporation is different from that evaporation. Again, this evaporation before the raindrops or precipitation, before it falls on the ground surface, or the rain falls over the rain surface, or the water droplets of the rain falls over the ground surface, then some quantity of the rainfall, some quantity of the precipitation is being lost. Again. There is also one that is again the evaporation process will also take about 2%. Not it will be much more. It will be much more higher. Suppose some quantity of water is being lost in the atmosphere. Evaporation into atmosphere. In atmosphere. Okay. Then finally, what is finally? Finally what? Rain. The rain falls on the surface. Then next immediately I told you already, when the rain falls on the surface, runoff will not take place immediately. The process is again, it will be infiltration. Again I will put this arrow, infiltration. Okay, infiltration. There is one again. Somebody was asking yesterday. He was asking how long as this infiltration process takes place. He was asking that. I explained him with a graph, with the infiltration capacity curve. Of course, that also I am going to explain to you also. Okay, let us not tell now. Infiltration. Next, what is that? So again, infiltration percolation, penetration, passage of the water or entry of the water into the ground surface, all are same. You can call the rainwater makes entry into the ground surface. Then somebody calls the water passages, or there will be passage of water into the ground surface. Other way, there will be a penetration of rainwater into the layers of the soil or the pores of the soil, or very common and the technical name, the water gets infiltrated into the ground. Water makes entry into the ground surface, or percolation it takes place, then infiltration. What next after the infiltration? Can you tell? So again, this process is groundwater storage. GWS. What is GWS? Then whatever the water which has been infiltrated into the ground surface, then that is being stored below the ground surface in the form of groundwater. So come on, please. Groundwater storage. And I also give you an example. When you dig a borewell, then the water comes in the borewell. That is what is the source for the borewell? Those particular water, when the borewells are driven, then through the borewell, the water, whatever being stored in the groundwater, that particular water which has been stored in the form of ground storage. The water which has been stored in the form of groundwater storage, we can call it. So that is what. Then after this process, next process is what? So I will put this arrow here. Okay. So next I am going to pull up. Okay. Next is what?
Runoff.
Next is what I say? Runoff. Then immediately when the water makes its movement the horizontal direction over the surface of the ground, then immediately the water will not reach the ocean. The water will not move into the pond, move into the streams, move into the river. See, okay, what is going to happen when the water makes its movement? When the water makes its movement in the form of runoff, then it moves. When it moves over the surface of the ground, above the surface of the ground, then there will be some undulation, there will be some depressions. Okay. Then this rainwater in the form of runoff, then it fills all the depressions. It falls the depression. It fills almost all depression. It fills almost all almost all undulations. Then those particular low-lying areas, all these things. Then after this process, finally the water which is what? Water which is may pond, ocean or a stream or a river, finally sea, not SHEC, SCAC. What are not? Water bodies. These are called water bodies. I call these all, these all the WB.
Water body.
All whatever. Pond, ocean, lake, streams, river, sea, all these things we call it water bodies. Next, after that what will happen? Then these water, I will show you this one. Yeah. Then these particular water bodies, of course, from these water bodies, then what will happen? Sun will be there. SUN sun, not SON sun. SUN sun. Due to the sun radiation, then what will happen? There will be increase in temperature. Because sun rays are very, in the summer and all, the sun rays will be very much, the radiations are much more higher. Then when these particular, due to the sun radiation, or due to the solar radiation, or due to the solar energy, whatever that, all these things, then the temperature over the surface of these water will be much more higher. What is going to happen when there is a radiation of the sun rays or the solar rays falls on the surface of the water bodies? What is going to happen? Evaporation takes place again. Evaporation takes place. What is the process? How exactly? The liquid water will be converted to a gaseous form, or to be very specific, water will be converted into water vapors, gaseous state. As you know, these gaseous state or water vapors are lighter in weight. They are lighter in weight. Then they are taken up into the understand now? Not taken down, taken up into the atmosphere, and they are responsible for forming what? Cloud. Cloud. What is there in the cloud? The cloud consisting of droplets, water droplets. Correct or not? Minute, micro level droplets. Correct or not? All these things. Then next time, these clouds are already there. Then condensation of the cloud will take place. Then water gets condensed. Whatever those water droplets which are deposited in the cloud or in the form of the cloud gets condensed. Correct or not? Condensation of the cloud will take place. When the condensation of the cloud takes place, then what is going to happen? Bursting of the cloud takes place. Bursting. Then when the cloud bursts, what is going to happen? Rain occurs. Again, what is that? Again this one. No, not here. Again, when the rain, again infiltration, again groundwater storage, again runoff, again depression, all these things. So this it completes the whole cycle. Correct or not? That cycle is known as, what is that? Hey, got it? This is what I have like to say. You can show it in a sketch, a simple sketch. I think I have given you a sketch. One more is there. Can write it. Okay. After having known all these process, or next is what we have come up to the rainfall or precipitation. Now we are going to talk about rainfall in India. Okay. That heading I have written here. What is the rainfall in India? Why the rainfall in India? Rainfall period, rainfall periods. Now let's go. I write it now. There are 4 rainfall periods. What are they? First is known as, anybody? Monsoon. Correct? Monsoon period. Rainy season. This monsoon period will be from what to what? It is from June to, you can write it. You can not write it small. I am not explaining it, but you should know. So it is not like Ramayana Mahabharata class. Correct now? You should know something at least. June to July. June to October. Next time. Monsoon, post-monsoon period. What is that? Next is Parire. Book Tagadu, pen Tagadu, Bariri. Monsoon period. That is post-monsoon period. Post-monsoon period. So this will be from October to November. Mathabadi. Next. Third will be what? Anybody? Winter. Winter rainfall period. What is the meaning of winter rainfall period? The rain occurs in the winter season. That's the meaning. Okay. Winter rainfall period. So what is this one? It will be from December to February. December to February. Second. Last one is summer. Summer rainfall period. Can you tell what is this particular thing? Hey, what is it? March to May. Now we are in this season. Now we are, whatever the rain occurs, this is this period. Correct? Yes or no? And this particular rainfall which has occurred just couple of days back is not that one. It is due to the cyclone. Alright. So they are called as seasons of rainfall, or the rainfall periods, or rainfall in India in the respective period. And there are four rainfall periods, as I told you: monsoon, post-monsoon, winter rainfall, and also the post-winter rainfall. Okay. After that, now as after knowing the rainfall, next is what? Rainfall. Okay. Next is rainfall. Now what is the rainfall? The rainfall is nothing but the precipitation, the depth of water, or the depth of the rainfall, or the depth of the precipitation in very season, depth of precipitation or depth of rainfall in centimeter. So right now it is the depth of rainfall in centimeter on a level surface. This is rainfall. What we measure the measurement of the rainfall. Right now, measurement of water. How exactly rainfall is being measured? How? The rainfall is nothing but that depth of precipitation or the depth of rainfall in centimeter. That is the depth in centimeter, which is being measured on the level surface, level ground or level surface. Then how exactly this is being done? This particular rainfall is being measured. Again, the measurement. Okay, the measurement it will be by again non-automatic type rain gauge. Of course, before that I should tell this rain or precipitation is being measured by using rain gauges. The measurement is being done by using water rain gauges. Now next is the different rain gauges. There are two types of rain gauges. One is known as non-automatic type. Non-automatic. Then second is known as automatic type. Then there are two types of rain gauges, especially for the syllabus of yours, sir. One is known as Siemens rain gauge. This one. Siemens rain gauge. Usually in examination they ask this. Siemens rain gauge. And second is known as the Siphons rain gauge. SSR. Siphons rain gauge. Siemens rain gauge is non-automatic type of rain gauge. Then the Siphons rain gauge is automatic type. These are the two important. The Siemens rain gauge is given more prominence or more important because this type of rain gauge is used all over India. In most of the government offices or in the meteorological department, wherever they are there, all over India, not only Karnataka, they are adopting this Siemens rain gauge. Okay. Now, brief about that. How exactly this? Very brief. Sketch and all, everything will be in the book. That notes which I given, but briefly how it has been done. Okay. Now I am going to explain you Siemens rain gauge. Important because in the examination with a sketch, with a detailed sketch, explain the measurement of rainfall by using Siemens rain gauge. 10 marks. Okay. Then you have to explain that Siemens rain gauge with the help of what? Sketch. Okay. Rough sketch I am going to show you. Okay. Rough, very rough. But neat sketch will be there in the notes. I am not going to explain that. Okay. This is a concrete block. Have you seen any rain gauge? Anybody? No. 67. There will be 60 by 60 by 60 block. Concrete block will be there, where this particular Siemens rain gauge, which I am telling, that is to be inserted into the cement concrete block having the dimension of 60 centimeter by 60 centimeter by 60 centimeter. So very rough dimension is again what is this one will be there. it consisting of, because the ground level I am going to show you. GL. Rough, I am not going to tell you need sketch. Need sketch is already there in the notes. You can refer it and read. Okay. Then here rough. This looks correct. Rough, very rough. Very rough, very rough. Is it okay? Huh?
Okay, sir.
Not okay. Huh?
Best of luck.
Rough, very rough. Okay. Dimension I'm not going to write it down. So this looks like that. Rough. Very rough. Next time. Then in this particular jar, there will be a glass jar. There will be a glass jar. Can you see? This is funnel and this is a glass jar. Something like that. Dimension, of course, it will be 127 mm and this will be 210 mm. All dimensions are there, I copied out. All these dimensions you can copy out. And the total height will be from this to this one, it will be how much? 203 mm. All these dimensions. Now I have done a rough sketch. Okay. What is going to? I am just concept of measurement sketch you can cover out. Okay. Now what you should do here? Rain is in. I told you this concrete block, no doubt, is not necessary. The concrete block of 60 cm by 60 cm, 60 by 60 by 60 will be prepared on the levels, perfect level surface, and that after that the Simon rain gauge will be inserted into the concrete block. Okay, part of the rain gauge will be below the ground surface. The remaining will be above the ground surface. Now, Simon spoke only after Cameron said, "That is you will film sing. You disturb on play after you know have to. Ye bari ready. Kili, tell class jar. This funnel, this funnel. You environmental engineering, you have done this one of funnel, pipette.
Yes, sir. Panadila. Madam, sir.
Funnel gottilla.
Madam, PUC agora.
Kila. Forward. Now, look at. Now these are all the dimensions. How exactly measurement will be made? So these particular inside dimensions here, the graduations are there for the jar, which reads where the measurement it can measure the rainfall of 70 mm, 75 mm to 100 mm. Okay, the measurement is possible 75 mm to 100 mm. Right now, so 7.5 cm to 10 cm. Yes or no? If the rainfall is more than 10 cm, I am asking cross question. Okay, then you have to change. During heavy rainfall, continuous rainfall will be there. Then you have to change it twice times. You have to measure. For example, you will be recording the rain between morning 9 to 12. Then again in the afternoon, if the rainfall is heavy, if it exceeds more than 100 mm, then again what is simple, you take out this particular jar and empty it, again fill it to the taps. Okay, that's what I said. So here the Simon rain gauge measures the rainfall up to 75 mm to 100 mm. Okay, now how exactly the things? During rainfall, then what is going to happen? The water makes its way into the Simon rain gauge. Correct or not? makes it. The water trickles down. The water trickles, the rainwater, of course. The rainwater trickles down through the funnel. That are not first the rainwater falls over the funnel. From the funnel, it enters the glass jar, graduated glass jar. Then here the water is being filled. Correct now? Right. So Bijapur, there was a rainfall during night. Okay, midnight between 12 a.m. to morning 4 a.m. Example I am telling you. Some rainfall has occurred. Then in the morning the person will be going there, and again afterwards the rain stopped from midnight 12 a.m. to early morning 4 a.m. That particular period 4 hours rainfall, heavy rainfall has taken place. Then morning the person concerned the petrological department, he will go and check this jar. How much water has been collected in this jar, that or not. The measure will be in mm or centimeter, he reads it. Then he may come to, he may declare there was a rainfall of, example I don't know, 50 mm rainfall, I am telling you, 50 mm or 75 mm rainfall. If the rainfall is heavy, example, still heavy, then there may be the rainfall of 100 mm. Then tomorrow morning in the paper it will come. Bijapur received a rainfall of 100 mm. Correct now? Last column there. Then in the Mangalore and other particular areas, there will be heavy rainfall. There they will give a 1 hourly rainfall, 2 hourly rainfall, 3 hourly rainfall. Of course, that is there. But here, this particular Simon's rainfall is that particular non-automatic type of rainfall, and which is been adopted throughout India. But almost all the government of India adopts this, and this is non-automatic type consisting of all these dimensions, whatever that I have written. Then this is most appropriate and accurate method of rainfall. Okay, now coming back after this, you read again how this works. I already told. You can take a copy. Now coming back to the next part. What next time?
Siphon.
Next what?
Automatic type.
No, automatic rainfall I have told. There is also one more rainfall, of course I did not tell. That is called the Siphon's rainfall. Here non-automatic. You have to go there, pick up that jar and transfer into the particular things. You should know how much centimeter, how much mm that is being transferred into the graduated jar. Then you will be knowing it. Okay, it has issued 3 centimeters of rainfall, 4 centimeters of rainfall, or whatever. In the second category, automatic type, what is that automatic type? It automatically measures the rainfall. That is example, what is that? Siphon type rainfall. So it is again simple. I am going to very rough again. I am telling you. Here, there is what again the trickling bucket type of this. That is also sketch is also there in that non-automatic type. There is my notes. Those you have copied on my notes. There is also there. Now I am going to tell you here when the rain falls over this particular section of the rainfall, automatically it measures. When the water falls over the jar or a particular measuring jar, then automatically it records on the graph. There is a pen and some not this type of pen, automatic type of pen. There is being linked to that. When there is water fills into this one, then automatically with a pen there is a graph will be given, graph or whatever that. Then it measures the so much centimeter of the rainfall or so much. Automatically it measures. Only you have to go there wherever it is then fixed. You have to go there. Okay, from between 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. the rain occurred. So about 5 centimeters of rainfall has taken place. Automatically it records. You don't have to take out the jar as in the previous case and transfer it to the particular things, measure it. No. Automatically it this is called the automatic type of rainfall. Siphon rain. Okay. For your examination, the 2 type of rainfall mostly this will be there. This siphon. Again this type, again in the conduct of offline exam, this is going to come. Then you have to write the dimension of the things. Don't simply write this is that gauge, that measures, no, all these things. The examiner will not give. You have to write the sketch. Where is the sketch? The sketch as well. all these 60 centimeter by 60 centimeter by 60 centimeter, and above the ground it is 207 centimeter, and the top of the things will be 107 centimeter, whatever, all the dimensions. Correct. The sketch carries 50% marks. If the question carries 8 marks, 4 marks is for sketch, 4 marks for the explanation. Okay. Next time.
Half an hour or
Half an hour, continue, you can continue now.
yes.
You break it down.
Right.
Then you continue.